this one's long overdue. Like, yogurt so expired it's starting to talk to me, kind of overdue. But here it is, our 3-day trip to Kyoto from last fall. I went with my friend. We talked, we walked, and we ate, but most importantly, I was obviously going to shoot film. Because who even goes on a trip without lugging around multiple rolls of fragile, expensive celluloid and a camera that sounds like a brick when you use it? But the real question was, what film? Well, I decided to go all in. Or more accurately, I couldn't decide, so I went full variety back mode. 800D for those cinematic vibes, 400D for those bright daylight bangers, some good old Portra 400 because I like wasting money, some slide film because I apparently also hate myself, and even a bit of Instax film for the classic immediate regret, but more on that in the next part. Yes, this trip will be divided into 2 or 3 parts. I preloaded Portra 400 into my Yashica FX3, did the whole one-stop overexpose kind of thing like the cool kids say you should do, because nothing says I'm a pro more than deliberately overexposing your shots, at least based on Reddit post from 2009, but feel free to correct me, I don't care anyway. I was still half asleep, but somehow dragged myself out before 6 AM, which for me is basically witchcraft. I made my way to Tokyo Station where I met up with my friend. I wanted to burn this first shot at the station, literally, but it somehow turned out darker than I expected. Maybe because it was still basically night. We then boarded and departed soon after, and the ride was chill. We stared out of the window like poetic souls, ate conbini snacks like goblins, and talked about all the places we possibly can't all visit. Here's the thing with Kyoto. There's no way you can fit all the interesting places in just 3 days. But we had a game plan and a rough idea of what we wanted to see. And here's a fun fact for you. Did you know that if you get on Shinkansen headed for Kyoto, look out of the window on the way, and then get off at Kyoto Station, you're in Kyoto? Yeah, I know, pretty wild. Once we arrived, we instantly snapped into tourist mode. Read, cameras out, purpose questionable. We headed to the bus stop, which is easy to find, it's right in front of the train station, but still you need to find the right one. I kind of know my way around Kyoto because I used to live here, so I was feeling confident, and indeed we found the right bus stop. We were fully prepared to spend like 40 minutes standing awkwardly close to strangers, but thankfully the bus came soon and we were on our way. Knowing my way around the Kyoto means I know where to find the good stuff. Like my favorite Shinto shrine, Kamigamo Jinja, which was our first stop. This place is peaceful, it's quiet, spiritual, and most importantly, it's not crawling with tour groups wearing matching neon hats. Yuck. Honestly, if I see one more adult in Pikachu bucket hat taking a selfie with a stick, I might ascend to another plane. The weather wasn't looking the best when we got to Kyoto, but it started to clear out while we were exploring Kamigamo Jinja. I used to come here when I studied nearby. The shrine's grounds are spacious and clean, and there's even a little river flowing through. Absolutely gorgeous. After having our spiritual fill, we plan to have our bellies filled as well. So we had the best braised mackerel I know of at a local spot nearby. I guess to some it might look like someone dropped the fish to a soy sauce puddle and gave up halfway, but man, it's scrumptious. 5 stars for sure. After the feast, we were on the move again, or more precisely on the bus again, because next up was Kinkakuji, the famous golden pavilion. You know the one, looks like someone tried to flex in architectural form, the one that is like the 3rd place on every 10 things to do in Kyoto list. Now, despite living here for a while and visiting a few times since, I'd never actually been. Probably because my inner contrarian prefers Kinkakuji, the silver one. Less shiny, more moody, and definitely quieter. You know, like my personality. But hey, gold is fun too. Until you're shoulder to shoulder with 300 other people all trying to take the same exact photo from the same exact angle. Somewhere in that crowd, I'm pretty sure I got elbowed by grandma aggressively taking selfie. Continuing with the fish theme, I felt like a sardine. A sweaty, photo-anxious sardine with a 35mm lens. It was still pretty overcast, so the photos came out sort of bland. I guess it ain't that shiny after all, but cool location nonetheless. After we survived the crowds and eventually escaped the tourist zoo, we made our way back to Kyoto Station to grab our bags and check in. Now, a sane person might have called it a day, but we were still feeling kind of fresh-ish. So we dove right back into the city. We walked through the familiar shopping arcades and back alleys, the places I used to go to often. It was weirdly nostalgic, like bumping into an ex who actually turned out okay. Weirdly comforting, still awkward. After vibing to the street performance for a while, we grabbed more fish for dinner, because apparently we were on a seafood-only diet, and then wandered through nighttime shrines and the Gion district, soaking in the mood. It was pretty dark, so I didn't even bother with the film camera, just vibes, grain-free. And that's it for day 1, the intro to our long weekend in Kyoto, featuring trains, fish, crowds, golden buildings, and just enough film to keep my shoulders sore. Tune in next time for day 2 and maybe even day 3. Same sarcasm, different shrine. Alright, that's it. Cheerio.